Hello everyone. Today the chapter is about the pathogenic factor syndrome differentiation. As we learned it from the basic series of TCN, pathogenic factors are usually divided into external, internal, and others. The external causes, which are caused the 6 exogenous pathogenic factors and also the epidemic pestilence. The 7 emotional factors are usually considered as internal causes, whilst others may also including improper diet, overstrain, infestation and trauma, etc. Each pathogenic factor has its own characteristics and lead to distinctive clinic manifestation. That means the syndrome differentiation of pathogenic factor is an important part of differentiation methods. In clinic, practitioners should combine the symptoms and the natures of pathogenic factor together during the differentiation. The 6 exogenous pathogenic factors including wind, cold, summer heat, dampness, dryness, and fire. And through the pathogenesis chapter, the reason why the 6 qi can create this is either weakness of the body due to insufficiency of zhen qi, or alternatively, there has the sharp abnormal changes in the qi which beyond the endurance of the patient's defending qi and which turns into evil qi. The common features of those pathogenic factors are, firstly, it is closely related with season and environment. For instance, wind pattern commonly occurs in springtime, summer heat finding in summertime, dryness pattern in autumn, and cold pattern in winter. Second, manifestations and pathogenesis caused by the same factor can be different because of the different body constitutions. Third, the 6 pathogens can cause this alone, or the 6 can combine together, leading to more complex disease syndrome. For example, wind cold or wind damp heat, etc. 4. The 6 pathogens enter through the skin, mouth, and nose, leading to the emergence of exterior syndrome. After further development, they may cause interior syndrome. Check this chart. All those 6 exogenous pathogenic factors are listed inside. We analyze the through 3 aspects: manifestation, syndrome analysis, and the key points for differentiation. The pathogenic factor, which highlight in red, represents the yang nature. On the contrary, in blue, represents the yin nature. We took wind as the example. It is yang in nature and tends to enjoy blood and yin, which arise quickly and changes rapidly, moves swiftly, blows intermittently, like the wind in nature sway the trees. Sometimes it often acts as the vehicle through which other climatic factors invite the body, just like the leader, and which leads to a very complicated syndrome. So the exterior wind syndrome is a general name for the virus kind of the patterns due to the external wind. Clinical manifestation including aversion to cold, medial fever, sweating, floating pulse, those are the typical exterior syndrome manifestation, and with stiffness, nose, coughing, chest operation, which belong to Zangfu syndrome. The sudden facial numbness, stiff neck, spasm, which are caused by the wind, directly invited the Zangfu or meridians. And if the wind combined with cold or dampness, there will be wandering pain in the limbs and joints. So, for external wind syndrome, the key for differentiation is defending qi struggling with pathogenic qi in the exterior level. The external cold syndrome is a general name for the virus kinds of syndromes due to the contraction of external cold. As the yin pathogenic factor, it easily blocks the exterior and constrains wei qi, the defending qi. So the main complaint including aversion to cold, nose sweating, headache, general pain, etc. While if the cold invited the meridians and joints, there will be cold pain in those areas. As the one and only exterior pathogenic factor, the summer heat tends to consume qi and yin and easily accompanied by dampness. The manifestation including fever, sudden fainting, profuse sweating, thirsty, panting, seizure, and coma. The fourth, external dampness syndrome. As we know, the dampness, it is turbid and sticky and disturbs the normal flow of qi. And the heaviness, feeling, and turbid secretion are the typical characteristic of dampness syndrome. The external dryness is the governing qi of the organ, tends to enjoy fluids and often attacks the lung. The dry in the orifice and the skin are the key points for differentiation. And it is the same as the external heat syndrome, which is a general name for the virus kind of syndromes due to external heat, warm, fire. So the high fever, red complexion, sweating are the representative symptoms. And I suggest you to review the heat syndrome, which we talked in the 8 principal syndrome differentiation chapter. The 7 emotions have different effects upon the internal organs. The normal expression of the 7 emotions is healthy and cannot lead to this. Clinically, the hyperactivity or hypoactivity emotional reactions are caused by excessively intense or prolonged emotion stimulation, and it also has relationship with zangfu organs. Each of the emotions has a particular influence on qi and affects a certain organ. Each characteristic of them have been detailed explained in the pathogenic factor chapter. Like the picture showing in here, emotions with zangfu in the clinic practice, emotion syndrome differentiation should always combine together with the zangfu syndrome differentiation. Besides those syndrome differentiation methods, there also has some more useful differentiation methods, like 12 meridian based on syndrome differentiation, which closely has a relationship with acupuncture and massbustion, and using widely in this aspect. The second is a 6-channel syndrome differentiation. It is the special differentiating method which is proposed by Zhang Zhongjing in his book Shanghan Lun. This is an advanced method applicable to illness caused by exogenous pathogenic factor and cannot be detailedly explained in here. Maybe in the future we can explain this. The third is Wei Qi Yin blood syndrome differentiation. Is a method of syndrome differentiation for external contracted febrile diseases, which is established by Ye Tianshi, a practitioner specializing in warm disease of the Qing dynasty. It is the supplements for the 6-channel syndrome differentiation in exterior contracted diseases. According to it, warm diseases can be divided into 4 levels. Wei level, qi level, which indicated the earlier and immediate stages of a warm heat disease, in which there is a violent conflict between the strong healthy qi and the pathogenic factor. The later 2 levels, yin level and blood level, indicated the medium and later stage when the healthy qi is injured to some extent and the pathogenic factor overwhelms the healthy qi. The last one is a Sanjiao syndrome differentiation, which is also one of the methods for identification of warm heat disease, and can be useful for differentiation of disease associated with heat and damp together. It was set forth by Wu Jutong of the Qing dynasty, corresponding to the concept of the Sanjiao in the Yellow Emperors in the classical Huangdi Neijing. The Sanjiao is composed of upper jiao, middle jiao, and the lower jiao. I think you know it. The theory is based on identification according to the theory of Wei Qi Yin and blood. Wu Jutong used the Sanjiao as the principle in the pathologic changes and the clinical manifestation of the zangfu organs, which related to the Sanjiao theory indicate different stages over the courses of warm heat disease. So far, we had introduced several syndrome differentiation methods, like the 8 principal syndrome, qi blood body fluid syndrome differentiation, zangfu syndrome differentiation, and the syndrome differentiation of pathogenic factors. Those are the 4 primary differentiation methods, which should be mastered totally. Until now, we had finished the diagnostic of TCM. Hope this skill chat will help you in the clinic. That's all for today. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.